The spell is broken. We live again. Here we go. We got another one of the Gargoyles action figures. So we got Elisa Maza here, who is I think I've gotten everyone but him now. I do still have to do a review on the weird red armored Xanatos. But everybody else has been accounted for. I'm not getting any of the weird repaints unless I find them on clearance. I did just find an extra Hudson on clearance for $15. I also found Demona, but I don't really have a use for that. So, no, we're not going to buy that now. So, here's Elisa. She is... I have issues with this character, and we'll go into it. The character's fine. The figure is a little different. So we're going to take a look here and see how Elisa stacks up. Get this popped open. The first of the human figures that I've gotten here. I do hopefully they do come out with the gargoyle version of her. I thought about buying an extra one of Demona or Angela just to make that version, but I'm gonna give them time. Let's give NECA time. I don't feel like wasting my time on customs and then immediately getting those figures released, because that's been happening a lot lately. Let's give this priority here, and there we go. First off, oh, they taped that. Thanks, guys. I was not expecting that to have tape on the back. I'm trying to work on a new format where I have these automatically opened. But sometimes I'm just impatient and I just want to get a bunch of videos done. For my adoring fan. More people watch it than just one. Just one person is dealing. Thank you, Allison, and a couple other people have been posting. But yeah, it's been a slow roll here. I feel like at some point I angered someone at the Google gods, and they kind of said, "No, you get no more followers." So first off, we've got this little character. This is Brooklyn, who I've done a video on prior to this. I think I actually put it up. He is set up in his motorcycle mode because I have him on a motorcycle. The reason why he's here is because she comes with his not super huge wings. So we're going to try these on. And these just like kind of sit on top, but they do have little ports for his back. Yes, these should have been included with them. You want to know why they should have been included? Because we're now getting 2 packs of these. And the justification for these being not included was that, oh, well, we need to have justification for like Elisa and stuff. Instead of getting what should have made sense and being like, I don't know, Elisa in her gargoyle form, or Elisa and doing this and that with some other gargoyle. Instead of that, we're now getting variants of the gargoyles with other gargoyles. So I think that the justification for not giving us both of these is kind of lame. They're already doing 2 packs. They're already doing a couple other things. Just give us the full gargoyle. Now, mind you, we're done at that point. So there's a whole nother set of these gargoyles, the clones with Thalog and everything, that they can also give us and do this all over again. And I would prefer that not be the case. Please just give us both sets of wings. There's a third set of wings, which is the wings that they usually have, which are mid-range. They're not fully open flying, but they're also not over their shoulders. we need a set of those. Then Lexington doesn't come with enough to warrant it. I don't have Lexington. I forget about that. He's a Best Buy pre-order. That'll show up when it shows up. Because I had a whole bunch of points at Best Buy. So I used that instead. And I just pre-ordered that. The baby from Dinosaurs as well as the dad. Earl Sinclair. So, here's head number 1, and head number 2, and I mentioned that I had issues with this thing here. Here's her cat, who will go on the thing. Weirdly, the cat's head is turned very strangely. There you go. There's her cat. And there's Elisa. She does come with a couple extra thingies right here. So we've got, looks like a gun holding hand for a gun that she does not come with. Gun sold separately. And then we've got this, which is, I'm assuming, to hold her badge. And then this, which is to hold her flashlight. Give me flashlights. That's what I want. She does have pinned legs, which is a bit disappointing. Not all of the gargoyles have pins, but for some reason, some of these ones do. I feel like these ones might have been designed years ago, and they just, I don't know. I don't get why pins are still a thing when pinless technology is available. I digress. Is it cheaper? Sure. Now, this is one of my problems. Now, she is, I believe, of mixed origins. I believe her father was black in the show, and her mother was Native American. Whatever. That's not my problem. She looks Hispanic. This looks very different than what is on here. This looks more like the TV show. And if you notice, she's got kind of like a larger, I don't know what you consider this part of the eye. It's larger here. So if I do this, my eye looks different. This doesn't look like that. This looks like they just got some, this looks almost like an Ariel from, like with black hair. Like, I want to be where the people be. Yeah. This doesn't really look like Elisa to me. I'm going to have to try and repaint one of these to look a little better. I do have that skill, luckily. But this kind of looks like not the character that is in the show Gargoyles. So that is one of my big problems. This huge hair is another one of my problems. So she has the option to pop her hair off like the G.I. Joe classified figures are now doing. And you can actually, pretty sure, yeah, you can swap the hair out. So you can keep this face on here and then pop whatever hair thing on. So it does give me the option, option to do that. Because her two faces, the problem with both of them is the eyes. The eyes do not look like that character. They look like another character or something. And I get that they wanted to do some sort of real version of this, but it doesn't really look like what the character looks like in the show. Everything else is spot on. They got the jacket, we got this. Everything is super cool, but that one piece is just bad. She comes with fists because she's just known for punching in this show. I really hate it when non-fighty guys. Popeye, you give Popeye fists. Detective, whatever, Elisa Maza, Detective Frank Drebin, like, don't give him that. Don't give him fists. Why are they giving him the fists? It's kind of silly in all actuality. Now, this is the fun part. I have no idea where where her badge went. Because I was gonna put the badge thing on. This hair is also out of control. There. Let's see what this looks like with the other head on it too. There's a third head that doesn't come with hair. That is her doing this like smirky thing, which is probably what I'm going to keep on there for now. There. And who knows, if I find, if I have extra money and I find that Demona again, which I know what store that's at, so I could just go. They had like 20 of them. That's why they're on clearance. If I have another one, I might go back and get that just so that I can do this. But I think that the gargoyle heads are significantly smaller than, or sorry, the people heads are smaller than the gargoyle heads. So that might look weird. So, what did I do with her badge? There it is. It fell. So here's her badge. Real tiny little guy. About the size of a micro SD card. Pretty sure that's supposed to go there. Yeah, I'm not even a fan of this face either. It just doesn't look like the character. That's my problem. The rest of it's okay. I do feel like her nose is a little smaller than it should be as well, which is also, that's just a whole nother issue. It is a sculpt / paint issue, and let's see who we have to blame for that. Since so we can attack them personally. Please don't do that. People got their jobs. So on the bottom here we got Captain McFoley pants. No, we got sculpting, paint, prototypes, photography, packaging. Yeah. So it shows you everybody who did this. Just that is what she's supposed to look like. She's got bigger eyes and even a bigger nose than you'd expect. It's kind of a bummer. My only gripe with this line so far has been the human faces, and it's kind of feeling like Super 7 all over again. I would be very interested to see if those names cross over at all. I don't know any of that, but yeah, this does not look. I don't know who this looks like. Maybe first off, this face has got some weird geometry to it. I really do not like this face. This face is not getting put on here. Or maybe that's the one I repaint. That's that one, and this one's the more happy face. We'll do the happy face. I got that happy face. Let's pop her hair back on, which is a super weird method to popping the hair on. Yeah, I don't know. This just does not feel like this character at all. None of this. She also seems a little thicker than she should be. I remember her being more of a thin-waisted, and this, maybe it's the jacket that's doing it. I mean, you can't take the jacket off, which is another weird choice, but Elisa's okay. A very, very mid-level excitement on this one. I'm trying to find out if one of these faces is going to do it for me, because this one still doesn't. She almost looks like she's like a murder doll. But hey, that just means I get to repaint something, because her actual eyes need to be larger too. Like not just the whites, but her pupils and everything needs to be darker and larger. So there's definitely some tune to toy differences here. I think the sitting face is probably the best. That, and I need to get a pistol for her so that she actually has a gun. It's kind of annoying when they can't have, she's a cop character, and she can't have a gun. Brooklyn looks way better now that he's got this. But so rounding out the gripe is she didn't really come with anything extra that would warrant that. I mean, she's got an extra piece of hair and a couple heads. That's fine, but why are we getting like Broadway with a trench coat? like, couldn't the trench coat have came with something else and given us wings? It's really, really NECA. You gotta give the full thing of wings, especially since the Sega Genesis version of the Goliath came with both sets of wings. That tells us that you could do that, because that figure's only like $30 and readily available everywhere, and it comes with both sets of wings. So just give all the characters wings from now on. Don't make us buy a second figure to get the wings for it, because now I got Hudson, Demona, Thalog version 1, which I'm sure we're going to get an armored Thalog at some point. Broadway. Don't have anything for Broadway. There's too many other characters. Like, I get that you're going to do more human characters, but how many more? And how long is this going to take? When are we going to be able to store these on a shelf normally? I have a lot of space, and I still don't have a lot of space for this. These figures take up some real estate, and once you hit a certain point, it's like Cold Stone's coming out. They're working on like weird tertiary characters. Like the one guy, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing him in the show, but I don't even remember his name. I don't even know who you are. I think it was like one of the gargoyles from another area. I do want the clones. I feel like the clones should have made more sense to be earlier. The pack, you gotta give me the pack. And the problem is I need to buy 2 different versions of the pack. So that's going to cost me a chunk of change. So, like, I get that they want these lines to be there, but we also have to look at what I'm calling wallet attrition, and the fact that my wallet cannot spend this money on everything. So you need to start streamlining your offerings. Super 7. Super 7's another big one. Just the date this video, they currently had it, well, at the date of this video, they have a sale going on Big Bad Toy Store where like a lot of their stuff is like 60% off. So the reason being, your stuff costs too much. $55 is too much to ask for what you are giving. The Motu Classics line was $25, I think. And that was too much for me at that time. I was not going to go that route. It's been 15 years or something for that. But Super 7 figures come with like an extra, the turtles especially, come with like an extra set of weapons that I will never use and just go into a shelf, into a bag. If that's going to save me $5 to $10, do it. Streamline your offering. This one's pretty streamlined. This figure is actually not bad. Don't get me wrong on that. But if this figure, instead of being $30, could have been $20 and not came with those wings, and you put those wings with Brooklyn and you don't, Brooklyn, and you don't charge, you don't add some other weird thing that we're never going to use, you can streamline it. And I don't want to be like the guy who has to harp on this, but it's every toy line has to do this. Every toy line is including 8 billion things that we don't need. Skin tones are a little bit of a pressure point for me, but I have the WWE Superstars line, and every single one of them comes with a grab hand, a open hand, and possibly another hand, like a fist. I have 50 fists. I don't need any more. Unless it's a randomly different, like a super different skin color, I do not need any more white dude fists. Just putting that out there. And if you could save that little bit and then make things a little cheaper, that's going to get you a lot farther than you'd expect. Whereas the Star Wars, we started on Star Wars, they're giving you zero accessories and still charging $30. So I've almost completely done with Star Wars, and that's fine for me. G.I. Joe's probably been the best line out of all of them because they kind of give you some good stuff. and it don't give you a lot of extra stuff. Whew. I complain so much, I'm tired now. So anyway, here's Elisa. She's okay. I'd say I like 80% of the figure, but that face, something's got to change with that face. So I'm going to have to print out something, and maybe I'll do a live stream or something and actually do some painting on that. I got to get some real detailed brushes, though, to do any sort of painting like that. I have a ton of small figure painting that I got to get to. So anyway, this has been a longer video than I was even expecting it. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment. And until next time, I'm Alpha Magnus. These are toys.